Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca, and I'm really happy and excited to be joined by my guest, Martin Buckland, who's a global executive career management practitioner and principal of Elite Resumes. I've known Martin for many, many years, and he's a real pro when it comes to resumes. So thanks very much for joining, Martin.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
So we're going to talk about what the perfect resume looks like, if there is a perfect resume. I mean, I've been doing this for 25 years. You've been doing it for even longer than that, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about just kind of the resumes and what it looks like, what the perfect resume may be. So let's talk about the latest trends on resumes. What are you seeing out there? What do you feel that job seekers should know about resumes?
Well, the first thing I like to say is there is no such thing as a perfect resume. It's a very subjective document. So you look at it as a recruiter somewhat differently from another executive recruiter, somewhat differently from an HR professional. But there is now a set format. So unfortunately, and I don't like it myself as a resume writer, and neither do many other people, but as you know, scanning machinery, so technology now plays a huge role in screening your resume. And you can never, ever beat a computer, but you can at least try and match it. Now, I've had deep training, lots of training on how to build a resume, craft a resume around that particular format that programmers at the other end, who really probably never written a resume themselves, but have programmed the format. And now we, as resume writers, and you, the audience, now have to really obey by the boundaries of what that format is. And it's very strict. And if you one character wrong or one line space wrong or whatever, you can count yourself out of an opportunity where you are the perfect candidate just simply because you don't get past that processing. It's called applicant tracking system, the processing software. So you have to really make yourself look attractive to the scanning machinery, and I could keep you here till breakfast tomorrow morning talking about that. And then to people like you, recruiters and HR professionals. So it's a sales proposition. That's basically what it is. People have difficulty in selling themselves, and they have to get themselves, particularly finance people. You work a lot with finance. They are more introverted, and so they can't get out of that shell to sell themselves. And it's a sales proposition, and it has to go in a certain format and a certain content. And resumes are always changing. And I, as a leading global resume writer, try and keep up with the current trends through my extensive networking with people like yourselves, your peers in executive search and HR professionals and other people in the business. And one kick of the can, and that's all you get. And if you don't do that, you're gone out, even though you may be the perfect candidate.
Yeah, so true. Well, and you're, for people who may not know you, you're world renowned, right? As a resume writer, you've got credentials that are specific. Last I remember, you were one of very few people that were certified as a master resume writer. Is that right?
Yeah. So I got lots of credentials, and I've been in business now 26 years. So just in one of my demographics I specialize in is Executive Master of Business Administration, EMBAs. I've just written my 2020th, so 20th in 2020 resume just for that particular demographic. So yeah, I've lost count on how many resumes I've written, and they've evolved. They're constantly evolving. So the audience need to understand, I'm not really interested in your responsibilities. I can just go on the internet, and if you're savvy anyway as an executive recruiter or an HR professional, you know what a middle finance guy, a VP of finance does, whatever. I'm interested in you performing. What can you do for me? So it's all become very story document. So I don't call myself a resume writer anymore. I call myself a storyteller. So I tell stories based on my clients, and they're global. You're right. I've got clients right now in 31 or 32 different countries. That's why I'm up in my office at 3 a.m. in the morning. And, and a resume now has really become a global thing. But you have to get into that culture. I have to be acutely aware of the culture. In Asia, it's a lot different to here. So, and then when Asians and Europeans come across to Canada, they have to get into the mode that we are pretty bold and pretty bombastic here. Don't go over the top or embellish, but just tell a compelling sales story on exactly what you've done and sell yourself.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You have to sell yourself in a resume, and most people aren't trained. They don't have sales experience. They don't have sales training, and all of a sudden they're a good accountant or great accountant, and then they lose their job. So then now they have to become a salesperson, and they have to acquire very quickly some sales skills to do that. So it's good that you're there to transition someone from being a great accountant to selling themselves, because a lot of people don't like to sell themselves. Maybe they undersell themselves, or they don't know what to do, what to say. So it's great that you're doing this for people.
Yeah.
So what are the things that job seekers may miss on their resume? What are some examples when you get a resume or you see some? What do you notice?
Well, they miss out on their keywords, particularly functional, industry specific, level specific buzzwords, because the ATS that you have and many other people have, and it's so prevalent today, is based on, it's a database, and they pull out on buzzwords. So when a resume goes into your database or goes into somebody else's ATS database, they pull it out on buzzwords. So you have to know the buzzwords that are pertinent to you. So people don't know the business functional specific buzzwords. They also need to, we're in a branding age, and I'm really passionate about personal branding. I teach my clients how to build their brand, because every accountant, they think their money, they're just bean counters or whatever. No, but every accountant is different. So I have to distinguish that particular accountant from the person that's sitting in the next cubicle or whatever to them. And everybody is different. Everybody is unique. So what is your unique promise of value? What is your differentiator? Give me a compelling reason why if I was in a hiring position, should choose you over the accountant sitting next door to you or just down the hallway.
Perfect. So we just have a couple minutes left here. So talk about your services and why someone should pay you. Like what if they're looking for a position and they need their resume done, why would they go to you to get that done?
That's a great question. So we all pay professionals. If we get into trouble or we need legal profession, then we go to a lawyer. So you need help with your career. Now, people, they need to invest in their career, because if they invest in their career, A, they're more happier, B, they can make more money, C, they can advance faster, and then D, which is probably a great selling point, they can probably retire earlier. So having people like me, as a career management practitioner, because I don't just write resumes, I do a lot of coaching, and I'm multi-credentialed coaching. So it's a complete package, and you need to invest in your career. And I can see people who don't invest in their career because they lay low in the hierarchy of companies. Some of them, fine, they don't want to go up high, but others do have that ambition, but they don't know how to do it. And that's where a person like myself can help them nurture, coach them, get up to the top.
Excellent. Thanks, Martin. So how should someone get hold of you if they wanted to reach you?
So I have a variety of different websites, but my prime website is www.aneliteresume.com. So aneliteresume.com. And I'm more than happy to provide anybody with a free, no obligation resume critique.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, Martin. And definitely reach out if you're a job seeker, you need some help, resume coaching. Otherwise, Martin's been has a tremendous amount of wealth of knowledge and resources and so on. So definitely reach out to Martin. And thanks very much, Martin. And have a great day.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you.